Well, good evening, everyone. This is Passionate Bliss, and I was taking a walk through the YouTube streets, and I wanted to tell you what I saw my neighbors doing. They were having a versus battle. Um, on the internet, we've been having the versus battle with the celebrities during the pandemic, and it's been going well for them. And so I saw a versus battle going on in these YouTube streets. First people in the versus battle I saw was Jaguar Wright and Tasha K. Tasha K, of course, couldn't stand the fact that Storm was the one to have the viral video interview with Jaguar and made all the money first up. So she, of course, in addition to being paid by the industry to discredit Jaguar Wright, she got paid on Patreon to do a 3-part series. Then she brought it to YouTube and got paid for each of the 3 videos that she did on Jaguar Wright. Then at the end of that, she announced she's got even more things she's going to put back on Patreon. Tasha is really like a vulture trying to pick all of the flesh off of Jaguar Wright's bones to profit off of her pain and her misery and her illness. Haven't you made enough money, Tasha K? Jaguar Wright, of course, she responds by calling Child Protective Services on Tasha K, telling them I guess she's not feeding her kid or whatever. You know, all they have to do is go make a house visit, see that there's food in the house, and that's the end of that. Unlikely they'll prosecute her for that, especially with the courts being backlogged due to the pandemic. But Jaguar Wright has also threatened that she's going to investigate Tasha and tell it to Cardi B. So we'll see how that goes. One thing about people who are in a manic episode, they'll go pretty far. So it's interesting to see how far she's actually going to go. And Tasha should know because I've witnessed Tasha having manic episodes on YouTube with Cardi B as well as with Sweet Ma. She completely unraveled more than once on record. So she should understand any of Jaguar's illnesses. And you would think she would be more sympathetic, but actually she's not. She just wants to profit and, you know, pick her bones to death for every penny she can get. So, you know, enjoy your pennies. You're going to need them because Cardi B is apparently draining your bank account. She can sue to the end of time. So I guess you need to recoup that money. So go ahead and recoup that. Tasha, good luck on that versus battle. Okay, next person I saw on the versus battle was Danny Lee, who is a rapper who is of Latin descent, not black at all, passing herself off as a yellow bone with box braids in her hair, dating a very dark, very violent man, the baby, who slaps people on a whim. Hopefully she won't get slapped as well. Although social media gave her a pretty good slapping down over that video that she put out for Yellowbone, where she was extolling her virtues of being light-skinned, saying that Yellowbone is what men want, that Yellowbones do it better. So she actually got canceled by Black Twitter, Black YouTube, Black Instagram. She got canceled pretty much all the way around. First, she doubled down on it, but I guess her management team let her know what a damage it was to her brand, let her know that Black people actually have $1.2 trillion in spending in the economy that's available that she's been canceled out of. So then she came back and she apologized and said that it was a half-hearted apology. She's dating a black person. The famous bigot quote, "I have friends who are black." Okay, she made that as well statement, and you know, it was a lame apology, but it was apology. It was an apology just the same. So I guess her management team actually got a hold of her and let her know, yeah, we actually do care if you get canceled or not. This is bad for your brand. So looks like Danny Lee lost that fight. And really, I don't actually think she is colors. I think that she was actually trying to take a dig at the baby's baby mama, who is a dark-skinned woman, who does have a child with him, at least one, and who went back and forth with him quite a bit for years. And she was the side hoe to this woman for years. And so I guess she's happy that he finally chose her. But I actually think it went like the baby mama dumped him and wouldn't take him back. So then he took her and he posted her. And she got so excited that she made this Yellowbone song to try to take a dig at her. And it backfired. This is an example of when throwing shade goes really wrong. And so she ended up having to take it back and apologize. And the baby mama, you know, got a nice little chuckle off of it. And, you know, now she's got to live that down a little bit. If she actually could put out a decent record, they'll forgive her. Next up in the versus battle was Kenya Moore versus Mark Daly. Mark announced that he was getting a divorce from her. He also stopped her from putting baby Brooklyn on TV without his consent, effectively slowing down Kenya's bag. Okay, Kenya has never had a man. She finally got one. He showed complete contempt for her on the show, only was interested in the baby, and then eventually had enough of Kenya and left her. And then stopped her from showing the baby. Yeah, you didn't have a man, now at least she had a cute baby. Now she can't even show the cute baby. So her value to the show will be going down thanks to Mr. Mark Daly. And then he shows that he's an even dirtier dog than Kenya ever was. He announces his own reality TV show endeavors. He's going to have a reality TV show with his restaurant that he is now set up as a political platform meeting space, that he intends to, from my understanding, have a reality show based off of it. So he's stopping her bag, but using her clout to get himself a new bag. And so that's interesting enough. And actually, I think Mark has won that versus battle. And it's kind of what Kenya actually deserves. Karma's a bee. So the next versus battle was between Raz-B and Chris Stokes. Raz-B again making the accusations of molestation against Chris Stokes, which he denies. He's actually at this point said that he wants to fight Chris Stokes, wants him to go to jail, wants him to take a polygraph test. Raz-B is getting a lot of support, not only from the celebrity community, but from the common everyday man. They're all encouraging Chris Stokes to take the polygraph. My question is, why hasn't Raz-B actually filed a civil suit against him? Why hasn't he actually taken the polygraph tests yet himself? So I still have a lot of questions, and it remains to be seen who will win that versus battle. Next up on the versus battle in the YouTube streets was actually Lori Harvey and Michael B. Jordan against the speculation of the many bloggers who are wondering if this is actually a publicity stunt, them being together. One, to help clear up Lori Harvey's whole reputation, jumping from man to man, including father to son. And also, I understand she's trying to put out some kind of fashion line. So maybe him being on her arm, being someone that looks stable, would be a good look for her. And she can, of course, act as a beard for him because they say that he does like white men and white women. And so she would help clean up his image and, help him get back into the good graces of black women as a fan base, because we do represent quite a bit of spending dollars, for his movies and the roles. And if he wants to be credible as a black actor,